Good morning, folks. Another easy spot. Another spot for one of these days when I don't feel like being up for a challenge. We just caught a bunch of baby crappie and baby bluegill in the locks over there. It was nice. Oh, look at that. That's why I'm here. It was nice. Here is the drag of the 2024 Vanford. I have to open this drag and play with it a little more. But I got tired of these babies pretty quick. I wanted to target something larger. Man, I'm seeing actually larger fish in the grass. What to do? I don't want to cast with 2.1 pound line. Yeah, the larger fish is in the grass. It's in the grass. Should I cast in the grass? What to do? I see a bunch of fish here, but they look exactly like the fish in the dock, in the lock. It's just dust. It's just dust. They will be very small bluegill and small crappie. But I'm hoping here we catch. I want to get one drag ripper today, just one. Maybe a drum. I'll take a drum. And you can always catch. That's why I like this spot, because I don't care what you're catching, you can always catch a 3-pound bass out of nowhere here. They're just always hunting here. They're just always hunting. How to cast here? The only difference is compared to the lock is over there I was fishing with the 1.5 number 10. Now I'm fishing with the 1.5 number 8. It doesn't sound like much of a difference, but it is a pretty big difference because I have to cut almost nothing from the worm. We have a lot more worm body. This is the Zeman trout worm that they just released. Look at this juicy bait. I am trying to catch a bass after all. And you know me, I don't always like a challenge. Like today, I don't want no challenge. Give me some big fish to have some fun. But I'm casting too far from the mooring sail. Too far, it's just too far. You kind of have to bang it and let it drop right there. But I don't want to chip the paint. I don't want to chip the paint. After that it will bother me all day. Every time I unhook a fish and I look at the jig and the chipped paint, it will bother me. So if I can't figure a way to fish with it like this, I'm just gonna, hey, that feels better than what I was catching at the lock over there. If I can't figure a way to use the jig like this, I'm gonna tie one of the tungsten jigs. Slightly larger crappie, maybe. No, maybe it was just deeper here. He felt better, but he isn't really better. Yeah, juicy, man. Maybe I'll tie on something so I can cast and not worry about it. Or try to fish this grass, but this grass, folks, if I pick up a little bit of grass, I will never pull this fish out of there, even a bluegill. If they run into the grass, I can't pull them. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I put the 2.1 pound ester, not the 2.3. You know, on my other eradicator with the red line, on the Vanford with the red line, you know what I'm talking about. You all know my red line Vanford. That is 2.5 pound, still ester, very thin. Oh, there we go. No, that's like a big bluegill or something. It felt nice. Not even a big bluegill, a little bass. That 2.5 pound ester, folks. That is so thin. It is too thin for most of you. And it still doesn't like to go through the guides of the eradicators. My eradicators have such small guides that 2.3 pound is the highest I can tolerate. But honestly, since this is a super ultralight anyway, and I will be using it strictly for like bluegill beds or crappie, not for bass, not for today. Today I just want to make a video. And it's this season, this time of the year, what else can I catch? I could find some crappie by some bridge. I should probably do that actually. Bridge fishing is kind of ugly though, and the traffic, the cars on top of the bridge. But yeah, this rod doesn't like thick line, but really, since it's a super light and I'm only gonna be catching small fish, I decided from now on the reels that are on the eradicators just go for the 2.1 pound ester, which is 0.10 millimeter diameter. Go for the 2.1 pound and just enjoy casting. Look, oh my goodness. But look how far I am from that. I could have caught lots of fish if I didn't care. If I didn't care. Maybe I should just tie something else, folks. Should we tie something else? Alright folks, this is not as exotic, but just a chrome head with a kind of body that is not good for this water, but it was in my tray, garbage tray, and I want to use them. Anyway, it actually looks kind of good with the... That's much better. It actually looks kind of good with the chrome head. But yeah, we're gonna fish the worm today too. See, immediately. Just because we cast closer. Let's catch a few fish here. Hopefully one nice bass. Hopefully one nice bass. How did you see this transparent color Kitek? These fish can still see. Look at this Kitek. It's kind of gray and transparent. Maybe because of the flake, maybe because of the chrome head, they can still see it. It's funny, if you try to twitch the 2.5 gram with the eradicator, it will completely overload it. You cannot twitch. It will be like, look at the tip. Can you see that? It will completely overload the tip. You can still fish, but you can still fish, and I did it, and I actually caught a fish on twitching it. But it's overloading, like I'm not enjoying when the rod tip is being overloaded. This is why I don't like solid tip rods for twitching. Solid tips get overloaded from a 1 gram jig. The rod never bends, but the tip gets overloaded from everything. Ridiculous. However, when I'm not twitching, when I'm just lobbing and casting like this, you can actually enjoy fishing with the 2.5 gram. It's not that big a deal. But if you just reel, because look, the tip is straight now. When I start reeling, it will bend like this, and it will stay bent. It will stay bent and not bother me. See, do you see the tip? It's overloaded, but it doesn't really bother me unless I try to twitch. Only if I twitch, then it bothers me. If I don't twitch, it doesn't bother me. And it also, I have to say, it casts the 2.5 gram better than you would think. You would think it's overloaded, doesn't cast very good. It still casts. You can cast pretty far actually. You can actually cast pretty far. These crappie are exactly the same as the ones we caught by the lock. The same thing I can say for the Presso Air AGS Extra Ultra Wide. Exactly the same thing. 2.5 gram. I have done it right here on this spot with the Extra Ultra Wide. Yeah, if you try to twitch it, it overloads not the tip but the whole blank. Because that rod is more parabolic than the Eradicator. It has slower taper. This one is slow taper special, but it's a fast action rod. Eradicator is a fast action rod. Maybe you can say moderate fast, but it's not moderate. Yeah, the Extra Ultra Wide has a slower taper than this, but I can still use it with a 2.5 gram swim bait. It kind of bends a little bit, but as long as you don't twitch, it doesn't bother you. There's a bunch of small fish here. Maybe we'll just make a short episode and go somewhere else. Maybe down by the island. I want to try to find a couple of nice bass. Man, at the end of the summer, this river was nothing but bass everywhere. Now the bass disappeared. It's nothing but baby bluegill and baby crappie everywhere. They're just babies. Where are the big ones? I have to open this Vanford. I don't know what to do, but it doesn't sound nice. You guys tell me. You've heard hours and hours of drag sound from my old Vanford. What do you think about the sound of this one? And before I opened the spring, you couldn't hear it at all. Okay, you could hear it, but now the sound is not nice, but at least I can hear it. Before it was not nice and it was hard to hear, especially on the river when you have wind noise and other noises, ambient noises. Small fish, yeah. Maybe these fish are even smaller than what I was catching at the lock. I don't know which scenery is uglier, this one or the lock. Not a fan of concrete. Gotta be honest with you, I'm not a fan of concrete and rusty metal backgrounds. Yeah, if you're not up for a challenge, come on, just 1-2 pound bass. I'm not saying let's catch bass after bass. Let's get one screamer. Maybe if I go on the other side and go for a drum. The other side is a little bit shallower. Maybe I can twitch my worm right where that boat is. I saw one orange kind of boat. Maybe it's that one actually. I'm wondering if it's river certified. I saw him fishing from right above this dam here. He must be here in the area. I asked him a couple of times to do some kind of a cooperation, since he's fishing here anyway. I'm not saying go out of your way, but if you already fish in the area, let's do one episode together. But I could not interest him. Did I scare these fish? Maybe I did. Oh no, I felt a fish. I was gonna take a look with the live scope and I felt a tap, beautiful tap. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this Vanford. Doesn't sound nice. You guys tell me if your Vanford, maybe I got one with that doesn't sound nice, with bad spring or something. That's not a bad crappie. Now, if I was catching these, I would stay here. Tell me, are you happy with the sound of your Vanford? A, I'm happy. B, I'm not happy. See, what the hell difference does the sound make? Tell me A, B or C in the comments. Catch a few more fish out of here. Did we sink now? Let's see if we can get something even though I'm like 5-6 feet away. Yeah, we got something. They will come out. They all over the shade over there, I think. They will come out. Yeah, it doesn't sound nice. I will just open it and reinstall it. Sometimes when you don't know, when you don't see what the problem is, you open it and reinstall it. And like, you open the reel, take all the parts out, don't even put grease, and put it back together, you'll see it will feel different. Hopefully the same with the clicker. I don't know, you folks tell me, how does it sound in the video? Those of you who bought it. But I'm only asking for the 2000 size, because the 2500 will sound better and it will feel better. If you're on the edge, should you get the 2500 size or the 2000 size? Because you fish for both big fish and small fish, just get the 2500. I'm telling you right away. The 2500s always feel good and they always sound good. Just because everything is bigger. Come on, give me one nice bass and I will end this video. I felt the thunk. That one feels like a nice crappie. It just doesn't click right. It doesn't. Oh, maybe because we have more current and they all feel nicer in the current. It doesn't click. Maybe I will open the spring a little bit more. Usually that's enough, but in this case, maybe I will open the spring a little bit more. What choice do I have? Sometimes the spring doesn't seat, not sit, but seat well. The spring has to have seat. If it doesn't seat well, it might not click the way you want it. Now the bite is good. Conditions might be suboptimal with the grass and the watercolor and the less than perfect clickety drag, but the bite is good. I'm gonna say about the Vanford, out of the box it's pretty good for a swim bait reel where a little extra resistance doesn't bother you because you're just reeling. Not that you want the resistance, that's one confusion that people in the comments made. Just because resistance doesn't bother you in swim bait fishing, it doesn't mean that you enjoy it. You don't want resistance in any fishing. Maybe keep in mind when you buy the new Vanford, for 1 month use it for swim bait fishing to put some miles on it and to fish it without it bothering you. After 1 month, I think the resistance will reduce dramatically. I think dramatically. Ow, I left it, but I lost it, but not a big loss. I kind of enjoyed the fight anyway. Yeah. I don't think there is anything I can do right now to not catch fish. Don't matter what color, what lure, what anything. I would still catch them. That's like a catfish bait kind of crappie. One last fish. And we will try to find something larger. Now again. Now I started reeling and I caught him. When I was jigging, I couldn't catch him. Started reeling and I caught him. Alright folks, thank you for watching this one. I don't know what additional I said in this video, but got enough fish. I'm gonna change the scenery and go somewhere else, hoping to get a little bit of a drag pull today on the new Vanford. Let's take one last look at the C2000S 2024, and it looks sleek. Me like. Let me give you the good scenery, not that ugly scenery. Look at this. Me likey, folks. Alright, folks. 1.5 number 10 with a very worn out black trout magnet that's kind of crooked sideways, but not trout magnet, trout worm from Zeman. Yeah, it got over here unhooked and double hooked and triple hooked and hooked again, but the glue over here connected to the 1.5 number 10, that glue still holds. Man, it casts with the 2.1, let me tell you this, 2.1 pound ester and the 1.5 gram jig. Ooh, it casts quiet, it casts amazing. Man, several bluegill bites, missed them all. This worm is kind of large for the bluegill bites, but something keeps coming. What is this? Oh! No, a little basic. I thought it was like a crappie because he's so white. I so pale. Did I guys show you this anchor woman? I so pale. She was kind of pretty. There we go. Over there, up front, there is like a shallow shelf. No weeds, but fish. Like a shallow shelf. This is what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful spot, no weeds. You can always almost fish there with a float. Yeah, most of them are gonna be little things. Let me tell you, if you can catch these things, your tackle is finesse enough. If you can catch 2-inch bass, yep, your tackle is finessey. Where did the shelf go? All of a sudden the shelf is gone and all of the fish is gone. No, they're still there. Come on now. Anybody over 10 inches at all? There we go. Oh no, we'll lose him. No, he come in here. Yeah, fishing in the weeds. This is so much more enjoyable than the mooring sail for me, or the dam with the discharge and all the noise. Hopefully we finally got a nice bass. If I land this bass, we're gonna have 4 videos in one day. That will be incredible. Now he's kind of slow. I'm going backwards to keep him in front of me. He's swimming towards the boat. Look how fast I'm moving. And he's just swimming towards the boat. What a day today, folks. What a day. So much fish, different fish. Just, you spent all of these money on tackle. All of this money, like thousands of dollars. And is it this, and then the wrong line, and the lure, and the jig head. And this one is not good, that one is not good. This one hit in the middle of the weeds. It's gotta be a bass. And then one day you have such an amazing day. Just perfect air temp, 74 degrees air temp right now. No pollen, No even UV. It's just beautiful to be outside right now. Maybe little channel catfish, too many head shakes, and doesn't want to jump. It's okay. And a lot of bubbles, yeah. I'm thinking little channel catfish. It's okay. I'll land him. Because of him, I'm gonna publish this video now. It's okay, buddy. I'll let you go. He slimed my line, but this line caught so many fish that this line is well overdue for a new leader. Well overdue. Look how much twist on the line. This is not for my line roller. This line doesn't go through the line roller. You still have line twist. Do you understand that your fight with line twist is hopeless? You are always going to have line twist because look at this. Look at this line twist. This never goes through the reel. There is nothing the tackle can go about this line twist. When the fish is twisting, you're gonna get line twist. When you cast the lure into the air, the lure is spinning like this, you get line twist. So learn to deal with it. Every now and then straighten up the line and you're gonna be just golden. Good fight, good fight. Good fight.